everyone, it's Ziya. Welcome back to my channel. My hairs are like crazy out of place. I just washed my hair last night and it doesn't want to do anything that I tell it to except for stay in a really messy bun. And I threw on an overly fancy shirt. Why? I don't know. Felt like it. Haven't worn this shirt in forever, and you know what? This isn't working today. I have to change my shirt. Hey everyone, it's Ziya. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Hi, my name is Ziya, and this is my channel where I do a little bit of everything that I feel like doing. And today, I am going to do a whole makeup look using new makeup. Well, it's almost all new makeup. There's a lot of new makeup here, and it's probably going to be my most expensive get ready with me because I've got Fenty primer and foundation. I have the Desert Dusk Huda Beauty palette. I have two Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palettes. I don't know which one I'm going to use yet. I have Pink Sands and Golden Sands. Pretty sure these are the only two they have. I might be wrong. And I've got the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I've never used this before. I've never used any of these things except for my Fenty foundation. I have yet to... This is the primer. This is the foundation. I've used this once. I have not used the primer yet, so I'm really excited to see how this works. I also have a couple other new things. I have this Wet n Wild setting spray. I used the dewy one before. This is the first time I'm using the matte finish one. I have this Black Radiance loose setting powder. This is a banana shade, and so it might come in handy when I'm trying to cut, you know? So there's that. And I have this bronzer from Wet n Wild. I don't believe I've ever used it. It doesn't look like I have. I might have swatched it at some point, but I don't think I ever used it. For a good reason, because it has a little bit of shimmer in it, and when I'm bronzing in general, I don't like to have shimmer in my bronzer. I also have a couple more new things that I have yet to try. I have the Milani whatever, matte liquid lipstick, the NYX eyeshadow base, and a Milani blush. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this today or not because the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palettes also come with a blushy kind of shade. You know what I mean? So I've already primed my face, and now I think I'm going to spray some matte setting spray on it just to hopefully lock in the makeup longer. Because it's a Friday night, but guess who's not partying? Me. I gotta go to work. If I was partying, I wouldn't need makeup because my party is sitting at home eating hot Cheetos, watching YouTube. I'm going to prime my face using the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Facial Primer. Fenty Beauty packaging is just like so beautiful and sleek. I love it. You know what's funny is I cringe so much when I see people put on their foundation with their hands, but I don't see any problem with people smoothing on their primer with their fingers. Is that like a double standard? I'll put this back in its box because the box is so pretty that I don't want to get rid of it yet. One day when I get really lazy or I'm in a really big hurry, then I'll leave it out of its box, and then by the time I get home I'll decide to throw it away. The box, not the actual product. Now I'm gonna start applying my Fenty foundation. I've only applied it once before and I used a beauty sponge. Maybe I should have gone Rihanna's beauty sponge, but I don't know. It's just really expensive and I already spent a lot on the foundation and primer. So I have this in the shade 190. It looks light right now, but it's going to oxidize on me. Purposely went a little lighter so that when it does oxidize, I will have a shade that's at least somewhat close to my real skin tone. Last time I used, okay, not using. I'm going to pump 2 pumps of the Fenty on my hand, take it on a brush, and see if buffing it in works a little better than the sponge. Well, the coverage is definitely 100 times better using a brush, because the last time I used a sponge and there was like definitely not enough coverage for me. It was more light to medium instead of medium to full. You see, it's starting to match better. I'm working in sections because something that I know that I've heard is that it dries down very quickly. I'm going to pump a little bit right onto my nose. I got my shirt. So now I'm just applying some to my nose with my beauty sponge, because whenever I apply foundation to my nose with a brush, it just looks really odd and it just ends up getting weird and clumpy. I don't know, my nose has problems. And I'm just trying to blend it down my neck a little bit. When my makeup is brand new, I always try to keep it as clean as possible, and then all of a sudden it's just a mess afterwards. I'm going to open my Laura Mercier powder so I don't have to fiddle with it once I get my concealer on. So, oh my god, it's so pretty. Do I need a lot of this? I've never used this. Oh, this is kind of banana-y too. Well, I don't need to use the Black Radiance one at the same time, I think. So now I'm going to apply my Tarte concealer. I still don't like this more than I like my Maybelline concealer, but it does work. It creases more on me than I would like. I'm thinking if I use the right setting powder, it'll be okay. Wow, this is really full coverage on top of the Fenty. There's other foundations that I put this over and it doesn't look nearly as bold, as bright. So, alright. This combination is really good. I mean, it looks crazy right now, but it's gonna look good later. And lately I've just been covering my full nose with concealer in hopes of getting it to not get too oily. Alright, now I'm going to put on my Laura Mercier setting powder. Let's see how this works out. It's definitely so much lighter than my Airspun. I've heard people say that Airspun is a dupe for this. Just by appearance, it's not, but maybe it'll work similarly. While my baking sits, I'm taking a little bit of this on a brush, making sure to tap the excess out. I mean, my face feels really smooth, which is great. Wow, alright. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to repurchase this after I finish this one. You know, unless I win the lottery between then and now, because it's very expensive. I'm shocked that I even have it right now. I'm gonna let my camera cool down for a minute, and while I do that, I'm going to apply the NYX eyeshadow base, and yeah, when you see me again, I'll already have the eyeshadow base on. Alright guys, I'm back. If you see a stain here, it's foundation on my favorite shirt. Hopefully I can get the stain out. Most likely not, it's ruined forever. I did my brows off camera as well because I realized I'm not using new products for that. Ooh, okay, I have yet to use this and I'm so excited. There's so many words that come to mind and I can't even pick one. Stunning, beautiful, gorgeous, incredible. All these colors. I think I'm going to take some of Blazing. I'm going to put that in the crease. So let's just start off with that. There's so many absolutely beautiful colors in here that it's really hard to choose what I want to do here. But just gonna start. Oh, I have the eyeshadow base on. And I set it in place using more of the Laura Mercier setting powder. Alright, that is really pretty. The pigmentation is pretty good. I feel like I would probably like this more on top of my usual eyeshadow base, but it's working really well on top of the NYX one. What I like about the NYX eyeshadow base is that it has a yellow undertone, which really works for my skin tone because I feel like I do have a very yellow undertone to my skin. Alright, I just realized that I left you guys like so far away, so you guys want to be closer to my face? Does this make you feel better? Is it worse? I don't know. You tell me. I'm going to take a little bit of amber. Oh, look at these! There's like so many colors in here that I usually wouldn't ever touch, but now that I have this, I'm going to make use of these, but not the ones that I'm using today. Today I have to go to work. I'm doing kind of like my usual kind of eyeshadow look. Luckily, this palette has those. Oh damn, I meant to just put this in the crease. Okay, never mind. I just like burnt oranges, okay? I would use Cosmo because look at that. It's incredible. But I am going to work tonight, so I'm not like trying to look like I'm doing too much for me. Because like anybody going out like this would probably be like, you're doing too much. But this is my everyday kind of look, so it is what it is. I'm gonna take a little bit of saffron. This is this one right here, this one right here. This guy is going to go into my outer core. Oh, I love it. I don't know if you guys can even tell. What I like to do is use colors that are like subtly different, you know, and put all those together in different areas to create depth. Look at me sounding like I know what I'm doing. I know this looks a little crazy right now, but I'm gonna go over that with a clean brush and blend it out, but not until later. Right now, I'm gonna take Blood Moon, that's this shimmery shade right here, and I'm thinking, hey, let's take it on application brush. If this doesn't work, I'm going to use my finger instead. This looks like it's working. I'm taking it all the way into the inner corners and out about 2/3 of the way out to where the outer corner color ends. I'm gonna kind of overlap it just so that I can blend the two together. It's not like super noticeable just on its own, but when you compare it to the other eye, there's definitely like a nice shiny difference. I'm gonna be playing with this a lot. You guys are gonna get tired of seeing it. I'm gonna take a little bit more of saffron. Just gonna blend the two together right out here. Just don't want there to be a harsh line. The only thing I've had on here is setting powder. I'm going to try to clean it off a little bit. And I'm going to blend out the edges with this guy right here. Always keep a clean, fluffy brush to blend your edges, because your edges is what you really, really need to blend. If this is the look you're going for. If you want to go with unblended eyeshadow, do you. Nobody can tell you otherwise. They might try, but don't listen, because there are no rules. You can do whatever you want to do with makeup. Now I'm gonna move on to my lower lash line, and I think I'm only going to take Blazing and Saffron. Those are these two colors right here. So first I'm taking Blazing, because I almost never mix my eyeshadow colors. Carefully applying that to the lower lash line, starting from the inner corner. I'm gonna take this all the way out. And taking a little bit of saffron right on the outer edges, outer corner. And now it's time to dust all of this away. By this I mean the baking. So since there wasn't very much fallout, I'm just pressing it and then dusting, pressing, dusting, pressing, dusting. For now I'm gonna move on to my face. And for my face, which one do I want to use? I've got Golden Sands here, and I've got, trying to be really careful because I don't want to gouge any of, and I just did. I was like, oh, I don't want to gouge it with my nails. Well, I gouged them with each other. Wonderful. I think I'm going to use Golden Sands. You can see right here, this is where I gouged it. I tried to fix it up a little bit. I'm going to actually follow what she says to do in here. I'm gonna apply Fiji as a base. This is so creamy, you guys. I'm going to dab this where I would usually put my highlighter. Oh, I forgot to do my bronzer. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna do this. It's gonna be alright. So I'm just gonna do this to one side for now. And this is supposed to smooth skin and amplify light reflecting pearls. As she said, to dab ZiyaScholz on. And ooh. Oh my gosh. You see this side of my face? It's like lifted and just I don't know what words to use. But you see how this side of my face looks versus this side? This area right here, I'm living for it. Before I go on and use the rest of the stuff, I'm going to bronze. So this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer with SPF 15. This is in the shade Bikini Contest. Finally starting to look somewhat alive here. I'm going to take a little bit of the Black Radiance True Complexion Loose Setting Powder. Oh god, that let go of a whole lot. as you can see, I just try to cut right here. I'm going to go back to my Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette, and now I'm going to take Tahiti under the cheekbones to add dimension and shape. I'm going to take this brush right here. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, I did not see that coming. It looked like my brush didn't have anything on it. What? My goodness. Okay, I'm gonna dust away this powder, which I usually wouldn't do. I'd usually just leave it there. Maybe I'll go back and put on some more later, because this side is nowhere near as chiseled as this side is. Like, do you see this? Do you see it? I'm going to take some Zanzibar, which is this color right here. This is Tahiti. This is Zanzibar. Sweep Zanzibar on the apples of your cheeks for a healthy glow. Okay, this is where I'm going to kind of go off here, because I don't just put blush on the apples of my cheeks. I go way up this way. It's funny because I feel like it's going to go on really subtle, and then once I have it on, it's like, bam! Gotta be careful and stop underestimating this. Oh, that's why this isn't working out. I don't have the highlighter on this side. I was like, why do you look so sad? You dab on some ZiyaScholz. There you go. Taking a little bit of the Black Radiance powder again. Just cutting underneath. I'm gonna go back to my Wet n Wild bronzer. Going to contour my nose. To contour my nose, I start by shading the bottom, and I slowly go higher and higher with my bronzer until I get to about here. The bottom of my brush is where I stop, and that's because I want my nose to come up a little bit instead of go down, because it doesn't really go down very much. Like, you guys can see my profile better than I can, but it doesn't like really hook down or anything. But I do feel like it droops a tiny little bit, and I want to kind of push it up like a push-up bra from my nose. That's weird. Just going to take some bronzer down both sides of my nose. This is usually with a different bronzer, so it usually looks a little bit better. This looks to be a little too red. Now I'm going to move on to liner that I did not bring with me. Why? My liner is old. It's the Wet n Wild On Edge Long Wearing Eyeliner pencil. It's a gel eyeliner pencil. Somebody asked me to show a tutorial on how I do my lashes, so I'm going to do that tutorial and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got my lashes on, got my liner on, and did I put liner on both eyes? I'm just like kind of scatterbrained. Okay, so I'm going to add just a little bit of liner to the outer corners of my lower lash line. Just right there. It just deepens up the outer corners, and then the top transfers down to the bottom anyway. That's the kind of look that I like. It just, there's a little bit of black like all over, but not too much, you know what I mean? Moving on to setting spray, I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Matte Finish setting spray. So let's just spray, 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 spray. Did I spray too much? I probably did. Now I'm going to move on to highlighting my nose and my inner corners. I'm going to take a little bit of Fiji. I'm going to apply that to my inner corners. I don't think Fiji is meant to be put on with a brush, but my fingers are not small enough to fit into the corner of my eye, so yeah, this is how it's gotta be. And I'm going to take a little bit of ZiyaScholz and put that right over Fiji. And I'm taking a little bit of ZiyaScholz onto the bridge of my nose. And onto the brow bone, I'm going to take a little bit of Fiji right underneath the brow. I'll put it right into the arch and blend it out. Can't really see that, but it's okay because we're gonna go over it with ZiyaScholz. ZiyaScholz actually looks a lot like Mary Luminizer, just has a little bit more gold in it than Mary Luminizer does. But in the pan, they both look very, very similar. Ooh! Oh, that just had me way too excited. Look at that. And I'm going to set my brows in place using my favorite brow gel of life, the Ardell, my favorite one, I forgot the name of it, Brow Building Fiber Gel in the shade Medium Brown. What I do is I literally take my brow hairs and brush them straight up. I just heard my husband getting home. Yay! Now we have 2 hours together and then I gotta go to work. And after it sits for a while, just pushing it down into place. My husband brought cake home from work. I think somebody was having a retirement party. This is why I gained all my weight back. Alright, now I'm going to go on to lipstick, and I'm going to use the Milani Amore lipstick in the color Love. But before I do that, I'm going to apply some lip liner. This is the Italia Deluxe lip liner in the shade Natural. So I turned a little big because Ernie's off camera changing his clothes because he just got off of work. Say hi, babe.
Hi, babe.
So now I'm going to apply my lipstick. With this color eyeshadow, I would usually use Pumpkin or Ginger from Kylie Cosmetics, but that's not part of the new makeup that I have. So I'm going to use this one from Milani, and we'll see how it looks with this eyeshadow and see how it works because I have never used this before. So far the texture is really nice. Alright, I actually really like this lip color. Oh my gosh. It's a very pretty warm pink and I'm a big fan. This was actually given to me by my good friend Ziya. She is also a YouTuber and we did a mystery box exchange thing. It was like a box of goodies. It was so fun. So if you guys want to see that, that will be linked at the end of the video for you to watch if you would like to see it. She did one, I did one, it was fun. And I have to go to work, so me putting my hair down and like trying to make it all pretty is going to be a total waste of time. So this is how I'm going to leave my hair for now for you guys. I'm sorry it's like still in a bun and like not all done cute and everything. But this is today's makeup using a bunch of new things that I got. I am in love with the Huda Beauty palettes, the highlighter palette and the Desert Dusk palette. I think they're both gorgeous. I love the Fenty foundation. I like how it goes on with a brush better than how it looks with a sponge. The sponge works well on my nose. I'm so happy with everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you have not already. Hit the little bell icon so that you can keep up with all the videos. And that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I will hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.